Hello! So today I want to tell you about the game Effervescent from Weird Giraffe Games. And this is live on Kickstarter right now today. So go check it out. This is a game that I was actually taught at Dice Tower West by the designer Carla. And she is so nice. And the way her brain works to design games is so fascinating to me. I was asking her questions about the design process and I was just blown away because my brain does not work that way. And I really, really, really love Weird Giraffe Games. They have some fantastic ones. So check out their whole catalog, but go look at backing this one right now. So in this game, we are adrift in the ocean with these adorable creatures. There are turtles, there are otters, there are orcas, and there are seahorses. And we have different size tiles. They come in 3 different tiles that we are going to be placing out next to this tile. And this is a tile placing game, but unlike a lot of them, things are not going to line up perfectly. There's going to be these nice open spaces, which is where our little effervescent pieces are going to go in order to score us points. So every player is going to have their species, and they are going to have all of this is a prototype. Everything will be production quality when you see it. But you have 15 of these cute little effervescents. I'm the octopus, of course. I love octopuses. And you are going to be trying to play them out based on ever-changing conditions because the tides and the currents are always shifting. Once someone gets all of these out, you finish that round and that triggers the end of the game. So we have our cute score track that everybody's going to be moving up along throughout the game. And then we are going to get our player aid, which on one side shows us what's happening. And on the other side is where we have our secret objective. Everybody's is different. And then there's another set of these as well so that you have more variety. So if I take mine, my secret objective is I'm going to get 1 point for each of my little effervescents that is enclosed with both yellow and a seahorse because the tiles come in 4 colors and 4 animals. But I'm going to keep this secret. People don't need to know what I'm going for. And this just walks me through what I get to do on my turn. So you always have 2 tiles when you start your turn, and you are going to play a tile. Now the tail of one tile must touch the head of the other. That is your main requirement in how you are placing these. But then we have these objectives out here for the round, and there's 3 of them. And at the end of the round, one of them is going to go away and a new one's going to come out. So like the one that's on this end, I'm going to know that I have multiple turns to achieve it. This one, this is my last chance to get it. And then we also have these harmony cards that basically mean when we form a habitat, which is a fully enclosed area, that if we meet any of those, we get to score points as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of ways to score points, and each of your decisions will matter. So for example, this one says 2 species, that you will get 3 points for each of your little effervescent bubbles enclosed with exactly 2 species. So like right here where we have the otter and the seahorse, if we enclosed this with another otter or seahorse and I had an effervescent in there, then I get those points. If it's enclosed with more than 2 species, that won't score. These don't change during the game. There are several included in the game, but those are going to be for the game, so you can plan ahead for those. It's the ones that are allowing you to place your effervescents out that are going to be changing. So on my turn, I'm going to play an animal, and again, the tail of the animal must touch the head, and you can see the head region is denoted on each one by a different color, so you know exactly what is considered the head of the animal. How far does that extend? So let's see. Let's place it. Now I could leave it nice and open like this if I want. That's totally fine. Or I could do something like this. So then I get to see if I met any of the drift cards. So I need green touching either touching green or a seahorse, which I am doing. I am touching green. So I get to place one of my little guys in there, and that is now an enclosed habitat. And did we meet any of those? We did not. So that could also be a reason to keep this open so that we can try and score some of those in the future. So you keep going. I gained you know, if I get any points from that, then we do that. If I get everything you're doing, you're checking, you're seeing, and then I get to draw a tile from, there's always 6 tiles visible, 2 of each size. And I like this purple otter, so he gets added to my turn, and my turn's over. So then we all take a round. At the end of the round, our one goes away and a new one comes out, and the new one says you're touching only yellow or blue. So then you would take your turn, and again, we keep going. And you're scoring habitats throughout the game, so there will be live scoring. And then at the end of the game, you will also score any of your little effervescent dots that meet your criteria. So you'll take any out that don't meet it, and any that do, you will get points for that. So I get 1 point for each of mine enclosed with both yellow and seahorses, and nobody else knows what I was going for. So this game is so cute, but deceptively thinky, because you're really having to decide, okay, how long these cards that are going to be out there and cycling through, how long do I have to achieve them? Also, everybody else is trying to place things out there, and you can have multiple people in the same area and they're all going to score. So do I want to do something where other people are going to be able to put their effervescent in there and score? Or do I want to be a little selfish? But also, if I help us both, maybe you'll help me. So there's that going on. The artwork, fantastic. And again, this is only the prototype form. And then having those harmony cards that are the long-term objectives you're working for, as well as your secret objective. And if that weren't enough, there are also then a ton of things that can get added on. There is a dolphin, there is an octopus, there are coral reefs, there are lionfish. There are a whole bunch of ways to change this up and make it even more and better. So this game to me is a very creative tile laying game, because these aren't how we're used to laying tiles. We're used to having everything line up perfectly. So I am loving Effervescent. I can't wait for this to be a full production copy. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.